You know, like I talked to the moon in my head. I just thought he was like telepathic and he could. This is why I hate clocks. Hi guys. So I was a pretty weird kid. As were most people. Don't even try lying. You were a weird kid too. There's never a dull moment with kids. So in light of that, I thought I would do a video about some of the weird things I believed as a child. Now some of these, a lot of people could probably relate to. And then there are a few where I swear I was just a very weird child in how I thought. Yeah, it would be nice to find out if anyone else thought like that, but I'm not gonna be too hopeful on that because that's probably not gonna happen. So yeah, let's get started. So number one, I believe that the moon followed me. Now, a lot of kids probably already thought that. All my friends that I know have thought that as a kid. There were a few who thought that the moon was chasing them and they were scared, you know, of the moon. They kept trying to get away from the moon. Me, the moon was my friend. And like if we were taking like a long drive home from our trailer to our house in Toronto, you know, it'd be probably late at night usually, and so the moon would be there and I would see the moon outside the window of the car and I would just be like, oh hi moon. But I would talk to the moon in my head like I thought he was telepathic. And see, I'm calling the moon a he. I believe that the moon was a boy when I was a kid. And to the ones who thought the moon was chasing them and like were scared of the moon, he just wanted to be your friend and you ran away. It's not nice. Moving on, number two. I thought that putting your shoes on the table was illegal. Now, that may sound quite ridiculous to quite a few people, which I understand. It is pretty stupid. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, I got a new pair of shoes and I was really short. I still am a short person, so I sat on the chair and I put my shoes on the table so it'd be easier for me to reach them other than having to, you know, like lean down and grab them. And my grandmother, she yelled and she's just like, take your shoes off the table. That's gonna bring cops to the house. Take them off the table. Now a little background to that. There's a superstition that if you put your shoes on the table, something will happen that will have cops come. And I didn't know it was a superstition. She did not say that. She just said putting your shoes on the table will bring cops to the house. So I translated that to putting your shoes on the table was illegal, because what other reason would cops come to the house for other than you broke a law? And when I was a kid, I did not understand. And all I thought was, well, how would they know I put my shoes on the table? If, like, who's gonna call? Like, is my mom gonna call the cops on me because I put my shoes on the table? Like, no. Like, okay, I won't do it, you know, if other people come over, but who cares if I do it on my own time? When I was a child, I had a fuck the police mentality. Yeah. Next one, number three. I thought that pepper grew with the Shakers. Now this may sound really weird. I could not differentiate between peppers like jalapeno peppers and bell peppers and whatever to actual, you know, like table pepper. So I didn't understand that they were like different. I thought it was the same. So my grandpa, he had a vegetable garden in the backyard. And I was about 3 years old, so I was pretty young, so this is excusable. I was 3. So he had a vegetable garden in the backyard, and he came to me one day and he's like, hey little one, do you want to come help me pick the peppers in the backyard? And I responded to that with, sure grandpa, do they grow with the salt and pepper shakers too? My family still doesn't let me live down this story, and they make fun of me for it. But it's excusable, I was 3. Moving on, number 4. I thought that music was set for each age range. So there are songs just for kids. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. That's not what I'm talking about. My mentality, okay, so when I was 4, I listened to Spice Girls. Spice Girls was my favorite band. I thought that was kid music because that's what I listened to as a kid. My sister listened to Sean Paul and Sean Desmond, whatever. So I thought that's music that I would listen to when I was her age. So when I was 11 years old, I had a book buddy. and we would go read books to kids in grade 1.
So that's fine, whatever. Finished reading the book, and so we were told, just talk with the kids, when we're done reading the book and whatever. So now at that time, at 11 years old, one of the singers that I listened to was Hilary Duff. And so a lot of kids my age listened to at that time. Wow, this is going back quite a few years. And so I asked the girl, what her favorite band was or her favorite singer was. I was expecting to hear Spice Girls because that's what I listened to when I was her age. So that's what I thought she would be listening to.
But she came back and she said Hilary Duff. And that's when I learned that no, it's not set for a certain age range. And I literally thought, like, when I was like 11, and I still listened to Spice Girls because I loved the Spice Girls. Still do, not gonna lie, because now I know it's not kid music. I basically thought that listening to Spice Girls was the equivalent to listening to "And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around." Stuff like that. I literally thought that it was the equivalent because I thought Spice Girls was kid music. And now that I listen to the lyrics of "To Become One," my favorite Spice Girls song, no, that was not for kids. No. Hopefully you guys understood that. Moving on, number 5. I used to think if I tried really, really hard, I could unlock my superpowers. Every kid thought this. Don't even try denying it. You thought it. Every kid did. A lot of TV shows and movies we watched when we were kids really disappointed us for real life. Don't even try telling me that after you watched Matilda, you didn't try to move things with your mind for years. Because that really fucked me up because I thought I could be like Matilda. I wanted to be like Matilda so bad. But no, I cannot move things with my mind. I'm still waiting for my telekinetic powers to kick in. Number 6. When I was younger, I thought my toys came to life when I wasn't looking at them. Thank you, Toy Story. Now again, this is another thing that a show gave us, a movie gave us that really disappointed us for real life. And with this, I also thought inanimate objects were real too. If I banged into a coffee table, I would apologize to the coffee table. Like, I thought I would hurt the coffee table's feelings. So yeah, that was really weird. Still kind of think it now too, though. Still very, very nice to my stuffed animals. I wonder what you think about. Well, that's all I can think of for now, but I did call my mom and I asked her to think of things that I thought when I was a kid, that I might have told her, because I can't remember them all myself. I don't even remember the salt and pepper shaker one. But I've just been told it my whole life. So that's my video for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you really, really enjoyed it, you can favorite it. Also, you can click right down here on the big red button that says subscribe, or the gray button below the video that says subscribe, to be notified when I make new videos. Also, you can click over here where my previous video will be, and that is the jelly bean challenge with my sister Michelle. Yeah, they're gross. So if you want to see my sister and I eat jelly beans that could possibly taste like stinky socks or rotten egg or barf or any of that stuff, you can click right there and just see how nasty they are. But yeah, so that's all I have to say. Yeah. Alright, see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Oh, wait. Ew!
How did you think it was tutti frutti?
Because it was good at first. Oh my god, ew.